When you look, or when many of us look at the law of attraction, it looks like this, and we want to wholalitize it. It looks like you here using your thinking or your mind are thinking up something, say like a retreat centre or a house. It could be anything, a new partner, a new job, a house, more clients, more income, whatever it is in the physical form. It looks like you are thinking it in your mind, and then this magic, you attract it towards you. So there's you, and there's the world. So something internal is attracting something external towards you. So that's what it could look like.
Almost like a conjuring of abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so from this perspective, it will kind of be impossible to do that.
It's discouraging. It's when people that have come to us have said, it just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
So we want to explain this slightly differently. Here's one I prepared earlier. What happens? We live in a spiritual world. Spiritual meaning having no form. This formless energy, this is why I've got all these dots all over the place, there's nothing that this energy isn't. It's all an entangled field of information. Whether you're here on planet Earth or go out to the, Alpha Centauri, thousands of light years away, everything is entangled in everything else. So there isn't a you and the world, absolutely speaking. There's a field of information, and you happen to be in this field, so does the physical universe and the world. So from a wholality perspective, how creation works is there's you, and I'm going to see if I can use these dots to create a person. So there's you, and there's what you want to create in the physical world. Let's have a look. Say a house. Now there isn't you and the world, there's just this sea of information. Okay. So what happens is our emotional frequency, we're not going to go into this here, we're going to do another video on this, from our hearts, sends out waves of information. And via a matching resonance, which again we'll talk about in another video, because we're entangled within the field, we're not attracting something to us, we're not making something appear in a physical reality. There is something already present within the field, and all that we're doing is we're tuning into what is already present via an interaction of energy. Because it's all entangled, it's all whole, it's all one already.
Beautiful, Rudy. So I'm going to add this lovely eyeball, the oneness. So and how I described in the earlier video, this oneness, this infinity, the no end, no beginning, and no experience is moving and polarizing into seemingly separate things like houses, trees, birds, bumblebees, to create an experience. So it's doing, it's creating. So we are creation with the power to create. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. So in a sense, this entangled nature, it's all God, it's all one, it's all consciousness, mind, universal intelligence. Again, pick a name. So it's all one. This oneness is moving into a human.
Yes.
Moving into a house, moving into physical existence, if you will. And it's so intimate, it's so entangled, and it's all so one. You can't get closer to God. You can't get closer to this field. It'd be like trying to step nearer to yourself.
Or away from yourself.
It's because you can't. It's already so entangled. We are so entangled within our larger selves, which you could call the divine mind, if you will. It's all this sea of information. And do your quote, Jules. We are creation.
We are creation with the power to create. But it isn't like we're creating. It's almost like we're creation with the power to match.
Yes. Yes.
Because everything is already in existence.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what we mean by match shortly. When I had what I could term a oneness experience, one of the things that was very real for me within that experience is that we are a microcosm of the macrocosm.
That's beautiful. I see that. The microcosm of the macrocosm.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Okay, keep going.
So it's like a mirror. As a metaphor, if you've got a mirror and the mirror breaks and there's shards of glass, you can still see yourself in the mirror, even though it's a part of the bigger mirror. We're not just part of the whole, we are the whole in a part. The brilliance and resilience and information of all things, which you could call the divine or this universe intelligence, is already, we are a packet of that humaning. So Jules's quote, we are creation with the power to create. The reason we can create is because we are creation, humaning, creating. Our powers to create are so intimately innate within all of us, but have been misunderstood or overcomplicated. So what we're doing is we're really pointing to the fact that we are creation and we have the powers to energetically create. I'm going to say within the field, but it's really within
Everything's the field.
our larger self, if you will.
Yeah, it's interesting. And when I was in nursing school, I wanted to be an organic chemist because I was fascinated with looking in a microscope at hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon. Then later realizing I am hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and carbon. So it's the organic chemist reaching up and looking down at himself.
So those elements are what makes us human.
Yes.
And being a human, we can then look at those elements.
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason we're saying that is we're not using our thinking to create out there in the world. What's happening is we're using a heart-based resonance sends waves of magnetic electrical information into the larger us, the larger field, the universe. And there's an interaction of energy, and energies match to appear in our lives.
Beautiful.
And we're going to talk about matching to allow that to make more sense in another video. But just for now, this video is, we're not creating out there. We are interacting within.
It's almost like a rearranging.
Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, you can rearrange, definitely, with the power of this beautiful, exquisite heart and our heart-based emotions. We'll talk more about the heart too, right?
Yes.
Okay.